And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. All right, just about set to go. And on the mound in this one, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, Boog, along with great stuff that he has consistency. I mean, this guy's got a proven track record. You know when he takes the ball and goes out there to compete, he's going to give you everything he's got. Unload the tank, try to pitch deep into the ball game, and he almost always finds a way to make it very tough on opposing lineups, even when he doesn't have his best stuff, and that is the mark of a true competitor.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And a pitch. That misses, and that's how this game gets started. Down and in, moved his feet. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
And the right-hander's 3-1. And a foul ball. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Outman moving under it. And there's one down. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
Mookie Betts stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Next offering is in for a strike. Chris Mookie Betts has turned into one of the best all-around players in the game. A former MVP, multiple Gold Gloves, multiple All-Stars, and he's also a really good bowler.
Yeah, extremely competitive. This is a guy that's bowled multiple 300 games, and not an easy thing to do.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. Singy, what's your high game?
Yeah, about 234.
And down on strikes he goes. Now 2 out.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. That catches the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. And 2 as he waves at that one.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
To the right side. Lux throws to first in time. And Freeman is retired. And that is that. Dodgers down in order. And now the Dodgers get a crack at it. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here at Chavez Ravine. Clayton Kershaw getting the start.
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Shohei Ohtani, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1. And a big swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Kershaw fires. And it's filled up. Got him. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to stay on. You don't want to get beat inside, and as you see that pitch continue to run away from you, by the time it's in the catcher's mitt, you think it's a ball off the plate away.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Ball one low. Singing Mookie Betts, given name Marcus Lynn Betts. He attributes a nickname from his parents watching Mookie Blaylock play basketball.
Yeah, Boog, and the cool coincidence with that name are the initials, MLB.
That's right. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. And it is 2-1.
2-1.
And misses inside. The 3-1 in for a strike, full count.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Ripped to third and caught. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away, jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Freddie Freeman at the plate now as he chases after that one.
Going to really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
2 outs. That one not close. And the count is 1-1. In the air, left side. Taylor makes the catch, and that's the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. We played an inning, no score. Back here at Dodger Stadium, leading off, Will Smith. The pitch. And that's in for a strike. Ohtani, a former MVP. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, a cutter, and he occasionally uses a curve. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Muncy makes the catch. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Big-time power. Singing Shohei Ohtani has been as advertised. Rookie of the Year in 18, MVP in 21. He has impacted the game in a major way. And then, of course, he was on the cover of MLBTheShow in 2022.
Well, he's doing something that we've never seen done before, and just absolutely phenomenal that he can be that dominant on the mound and be.
That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And it's a one-out double for the first hit of the game.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up in second.
And now it's Gavin Lux. And first offering is fouled off. That MVP I mentioned about Ohtani in 2021, he was actually a unanimous MVP. And the first unanimous AL MVP since Mike Trout in 2014. Other guys that have done that, Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, Frank Robinson. The 1-1. There's the strike of the knees. Next pitch is inside. And the count is 2-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
The pitch. This to center field. Outman under it. And there's 2 down. So 2 down now, and here is James Outman. First offering, and it just misses. And delivers outside.
Well, no need to go right at this guy. First base is open. He can hurt. Make him expand his zone. If he doesn't, give him a walk.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. That's in there.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just.
And a swing and a miss. That's the 3rd out.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Bottom of the second, here come the Dodgers. No score. Now it's going to be Max Muncy. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
The wind and the pitch. That one inside. Ball 1. Now 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Guy out there sees a power hitter take that kind of swing. He's got to be thinking, is this guy trying to set me up? Now let's see if he can make an adjustment.
The wind to kick the pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
The batter now will be Will Smith. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
And he deals. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Taylor makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Gavin Lux at the plate now. That's ball 1. That's a strike, and the count 1-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Dodgers go down quietly. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And welcome back. Now the left fielder, Chris Taylor. Taylor, a former All-Star, 32 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2012. That's off the mark, 1-0. And another ball. At the belt and fires. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. Here's a 3-0. And he walked him.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. Good contact guy, good defender. First pitch, and he just misses. And a swing and a miss. Throw over to first, and he dives back in safely. Ball to strike. Roll to short, could be 2. On to second, they get 1. On to Freddie. Double play.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. 0 for 1 so far. Strike 1.
0-1.
Two down, nobody on. That's down and in.
1 strike.
Next pitch misses. 2-1. Top of the third, no score. That one misses in the dirt.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Right-hander kicks, deals. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Here's Mookie now. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. 0-1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Pitch out, but no action. The pitch just missed.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
And strike two.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Righty delivers. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Kicks and deals. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Ohtani off of first with 2 away. And now it's filled up.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Righty to the plate. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Ground ball left side. Throw on to Freeman, and Freeman is retired. And that is that. Dodgers strand a couple. Still no score. Back here in L.A., set for the bottom of the third. Here's a speed threat, James Outman. The wind of the pitch. That's in there. And that is strike one. And ball one. Pitch misses, and a count 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. Next pitch is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a bouncer. Throw on to Freeman. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Chris Taylor now. In there for strike one.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
The 1-1. Good eye right there.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Kershaw the 2-1. Swings through that.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. 2 down.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Miguel.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. Rojas measures 6 feet even, hitting 9th in today's lineup. And they traded for him earlier this year. And that's in there for strike 1. That one missing inside. Out towards right center field. Betts on the move. Makes the grab on the run. And that is that. Dodgers down in order. And we are still scoreless. Welcome back. On to the 4th. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Will Smith. The right-hander back to work. And strike 1 to the catcher.
You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there. They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Check swing didn't go. And that's ball 1.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. He goes down looking.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Muncy in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. That one off the mark. 2 balls, no strikes.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Next offering is fouled back. Next one misses. 3-1. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. That's the second out.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
And stepping in is the speedy Gavin Lux. Flied out to center in his first at bat. And takes low for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
And the pitch. There's a strike. And a 1-1. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Against good pitchers, you got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So man aboard. And the batter now, James Outman. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Upstairs. Lux off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
And that's a little bit high. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Muncy on the move. Makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So the Dodgers leave 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at the ballpark, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Shohei Ohtani. Kershaw back to work. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. Left-hand batter waits. In there at the knees, and it's 1-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and it stays fair. Here's Mookie Betts. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind him. This is where they need to get going.
Snap throw to first. Ohtani back in. And the 1-0. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Smith makes the grab, one down.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie.
And here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. One of the things you may notice with Freddie Freeman, he always wears long sleeves. And you go back and remember his mom, Rosemary, she died of melanoma, skin cancer, back in 2000. And that's one of the ways that Freddie honors her every game. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
Here comes a pitch. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
And a 1-2. Good eye right there. Swing and a pop-up. Muncy pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
The third baseman, number 13, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. Gotta be careful with this guy. He's got power. He can untie it with one swing. First offering misses the mark.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Off the mark there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. And a pitch. And now the count filled up 3-2. Will Smith up next for the Dodgers. And a pitch. And that's ball 4.
That's inside. Ball 4.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. That one's in there, 0-1. The pitch.
He can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
The 1-2.
Ball.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. A laser to left base hit. Ohtani rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw's offline. He's safe. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So first and second with 2 outs. And up next for Los Angeles, Gavin Lux. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. First pitch just misses. Two on, 2 outs. That misses. 2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Next offering is fouled back. And now the lefty late that time, and it's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Muncy, the lead runner at second. Smith at first, 2 out of the inning. Got him. Good job at damage control right there. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Chris Taylor. And here it comes. Gets the call. That's strike 1.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
Next offering in the dirt. And now it's even 1-1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
2 strikes.
And a pitch.
That's a ball.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
And the righty deals. Got him! And that's the first out.
Committed to that breaking ball just a little too much and couldn't pull the bat back in time. You know, once you get it going, it can be so tough to stop the momentum of that barrel. Good pitch, had him fooled.
Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First offering, and it just misses.
Counts 1-0.
That one missed. Line drive and a base hit.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. He's 0 for 1. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Smith pulls it down, and there are 2 away. Here's Mookie now. He has, as they like to say, light tower power. Not a big guy, but a big swing and thunder in that bat. In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. So 2 balls and no strikes. Kicks and fires. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swings and misses, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd time today. 1 left for LA, still behind by a count of 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, James Outman. The wind of the pitch. And that's in for a strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. Betts on the move. Great effort as he's able to haul it in. 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Chris Taylor.
Here's the left fielder, Chris Taylor. 0 for 1. He flied out to right in his first trip. And it's fouled away. The pitch. Just off the inside edge. And that one missing low. The 2-1. That's a little bit low.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
In for a strike. Now it's 3-2.
3-2.
Here's a high chopper. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The batter, number 11. Shortstop,
Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Flied out his first time. Ball 1, no strikes. The wind and the pitch.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Slow curveball drops in for a strike. In the air, left field. Taylor should have this one. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, but they're on top 1-0. Top of the 6th inning. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Freeman goes 6 feet 5 inches, 220 pounds, and he's a former National League MVP. The pitch. And a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That misses the zone. 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. At the belt and fires. That one drifts inside. Next pitch is in the dirt. And the count is filled up.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
3-2. Lifted in the air, out to left. Taylor settles underneath it, squeezes it. 1 up, 1 down. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one's in there. Strike 1. Smith, 28 years old, a former 1st-round pick back in 2016. Line drive, base hit.
He was all over that one. Really stayed inside that baseball to send it to the opposite field. With the shift on to the pull side, that's an easy knock if he'll take it.
1 down. Max Muncy getting ready to hit. 1 for 2. In there, and it's 0-1. This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish. And a good eye there. Here's a 2-1. That one fouled off.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
And he deals. Fights it off. He'll see another. Slider misses outside.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Three and 2 now. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Slings to second, double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Bottom of the inning. Now it's the DH, Shohei Ohtani. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. That one catches the zone, and that's strike one. Action in the pen down there. Alex Vesia looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Hudson warming up as well. The pitch.
Nope. Ball one. 1-0.
Swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Bounce to the right. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's Mookie to hit. One of the things that's amazing, his first full season in 2012 with Lowell, he did not hit a single home run. And when I asked him about it, he said, oh, no, it was worse than that. I didn't hit a ball that hit the fence on the fly the entire year. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, power clearly not a problem in 2022 as he won the Silver Slugger Award. 35 home runs and 40 doubles, leading the National League with 117 runs.
Way inside, and that hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, this has the potential to fire up the offense. Only 1 out and now a base runner on first. You've got to stay out of a double play if you're going to make something happen here.
Freeman, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The next offering misses. And the count even 1-1. Left-hand batter waits. Going to count 1-2. Betts at first, 1 gone. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And the throw's offline, safe at third. And he's going to make it up to second base as that's a 2-base error.
A lot of hitters tell themselves line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
And here comes the Dodgers manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Kershaw will depart. Good effort out of him, even though he exits on the hook for the loss. New arm on the bump after a quick break. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Alex Vesia.
And never an easy situation coming in with runners at second and third. He's got a base to work with, so he doesn't have to be perfect, but he does have to make some quality pitches.
1 away, runners at second and third. Max Muncy at the dish. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Bounce to the right side. Freeing it over to first in time. Runner scores, though. That's a little insurance, and the lead is 2. Next up, the Dodgers catcher, Will Smith.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
In there for strike one. 2 outs with a runner at third. Tapped softly on the ground, and he picks it up in foul territory. The pitch. That's inside.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. We're through 6 full. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Dodgers nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Gavin Lux. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Pitch is in there. That's strike one.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Kicks and deals. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Outman up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. And a foul ball. Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Ripped on the ground to second. Lux throws to first in time. And 2 away to start the 7th.
The left fielder, Chris Taylor.
And up next for Los Angeles, Chris Taylor. A strikeout and a walk. And takes low for ball 1. And now 2-0 as that one missed below the knees. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Lake Trinan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Gratterol, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Started to go at the 2-1. Appeal down to first. And yes, he offered at it. Out to short. Rojas zips it across. Taylor out on the play. And the Dodgers are set down in order. Dodgers go down quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now it's the second baseman, Gavin Lux. The pitch.
Well, on paper, it's favorable to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And a pitch.
Establishing both ends of the zone is critical. Most times guys are wanting to get hitters out down, but if you can get them to look up, get a called strike, that's going to make that strike zone a lot bigger.
Here's a 1-1. And downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to third. Muncy sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
And now James Outman. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Left-hand hitter waits. Foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a ball popped up. Lux gets under it. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
The left fielder, number 3, Chris Taylor.
2 outs, base is empty. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Chris Taylor. Gets the call, and that is strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Next offering is down low. And a pitch. Stays alive. The 1-2. To third. Tosses to first. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Dodgers down in order. They're up 2-0. And welcome back. We go to the 8th. Now it's the shortstop, Miguel Rojas. Ohtani back to work. And ball 1.
You know, these Dodgers need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
That hits the dirt. Ball 2. Pitch misses there, and now 3 balls and a strike. In the air, right side. Betts makes the play, and there's 1 down. And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. Way inside, gets out of the way. Got him swinging.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
And now it's Mookie Betts. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
With two out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
Check swing went around. And the count even at 1. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Nope.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
The 2-1. This one in the air, center field. Outman settles under it. And that's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. They're still down. It's 2-0. Daniel Hudson gets handed the rock out of the pen.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep him within striking distance.
Stepping in, Miguel Rojas.
The shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
And a pitch. That's a strike.
0-1.
Just missed. Falling behind 2-1. Here comes a pitch. And that's downstairs and outside.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Three-1 now. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And next is the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. And that's a little high. Activity in the bullpen. Victor Gonzalez looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Austin Barnes. A runner at first for him, nobody out. And here it comes. The punch out there, and that's the first out.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Betts in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Rojas over at first with 1 away. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts.
The first baseman, number 5.
Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. That one's in there, 0-1.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike 1. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
The 0-1. And there's a ball. One now. Check swing, no appeal.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to short, to second, Lux, and the inning is over. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. A new pitcher in the game, Blake Treinen. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 49. Blake Treinen.
Freddie Freeman digs in now. Treinen, the tall righty, 225 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2011. And a pitch. And fouled off. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Gets it to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Now batting, catcher, Will.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Will Smith.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Out to short. Rojas on the run, throw to first, and he'll be safe at first. And oh no, it's out of play. Just a terrible throw there.
Shortstops have to make some pretty difficult throws across the field sometimes. Might have tried to put a little too much behind that one, but clearly he got under the throw, didn't stay on top, not a good release point, and it just took off on him.
Man at second with 1 away, and now it's Max Muncy. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. This guy with light tower power. Tying run at the plate. Pitch is in the dirt, and it's 2-0. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
And a 2-1 on the way. And that's down and away. Gavin Lux waiting to bat for the Dodgers. The 3-1. Smash to the left side. Rojas with the throw to first. Now only one out remaining.
Now back, second baseman.
So last chance for the Dodgers. And up next for Los Angeles, Gavin Lux. That pitch gets the corner. Strike one.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days, you would think that guys have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen, so hard to play catch-up.
The tying run at the plate. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Kind of a strange win, only 3 hits, so they definitely weren't firing on all cylinders there. Great pitching, really kept them in it and gave them a chance.
2-0 your final here in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
First for the victorious Dodgers. 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the Dodgers, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base.